During my teen years, I had the opportunity to study with famed cornet soloist James F. Burke, or Jimmy, as his friends and students called him. Now, Jimmy was an absolutely amazing cornet virtuoso, and he was the last of the cornet virtuoso American school of playing, or what we refer to as the American School of Virtuoso Cornet Playing. A lot gets said about his incredible technique, his incredible tonguing, his memory. But one of the early things that made an impression on me was how he treated every phrase. And this wasn't something he necessarily said out loud, but it was demonstrated in every bit of his playing. And he would discuss this periodically in clinics and master classes. But every note in a phrase was to be treated as a beautiful pearl that you needed to nurture into existence. So there was no such thing as a toss-off note or a note that was unimportant in a phrase or a piece of music. Every note had a purpose. Every note was not treated the same, but every note had a purpose. So this is something that I really stress with my students when they're working on musicality. And that is that there is no such thing as a note in a phrase that you can ignore. You need to actually put some conscientious thought into every single thing that comes out of this thing. That's one of the challenges of music for all musicians, not just trumpeters. That's also one of the things that keeps music so alive and allows us to study a piece of music for our entire life and never get sick of it and never feel like we've ever mastered it, because it's so organic and things change according to where you are in your growth process as a human, firstly, and then as a musician, secondly, and as a trumpeter, thirdly. So keep that in mind when you're working on musicianship. Make sure you are spending conscientious thought on every note that you play.